Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening to the rest of the world. I'm here with Cousin Cheetah. We're going to be talking about the Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay trailer. Now, I'm not too happy about this, and we will go on about that a little bit later. But first of all, Cousin Cheetah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Just got home from work. Decided to watch this trailer. And yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we will. Shall we just get the ball rolling and show off this trailer?
All right.
Okay. I just want to tell everyone that I wasn't really up for doing this podcast today, but fuck it. You know, I was looking forward to this trailer before it became this massive disappointment to me. To say I was unimpressed is an understatement. Not by necessarily the game itself, but what Ubisoft had to show. And what Ubisoft had to show was fuck all. I mean, I knew I was going to be upset the moment I saw the length of the gameplay trailer. 1 minute 34 seconds. 1 minute 34 seconds. Let's get the show on the road, Cousin Cheeto. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What we got here? What we got here? I have no idea what we got here. Is this cutscene or is this gameplay footage? That looks like that volume down, my son. That long boat. Is that gameplay footage? Is that cutscene? Is that cutscene? I have no idea. Cousin Cheeto, the music is really loud, by the way. Super loud, like blaringly loud. If you don't mind knocking it down a bit. Hello? Cousin Cheeto? It has paused.
You still there?
Yes, mate.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it down, unfortunately.
No problem.
All right. So do we want to stop and talk here about it? Or do we want to keep going?
Let's keep it going.
Okay.
I mean, what upsets me the most is not all of this looks like fucking gameplay. A lot of it looks cinematic. You still struggling there, my son? Okay, yeah. It's unbearably loud. I think maybe you should play it while it's muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Keep playing it though.
Okay.
Now this bit got me interested. Look, he needs him in the face. I think he's going to end up assassinating him. I think that's going to be an assassination animation, battering rams. And he threw an axe, but then he still has an axe. And then he throws the axe. Maybe he's got more. Maybe he's got one equipped on his belt. Who knows? And there it is, available holiday 2020. Speculation is it's going to be coming out in October. But that trailer, honestly, that trailer was a joke. People were salivating for some juicy gameplay after seeing the cinematic trailer, especially when it was announced that the following week was going to be a gameplay trailer. And you know, Ubisoft has been known to spread it on a pretty thick. I mean, I remember the first time seeing Watch Dogs Legion, and that was a big gameplay trailer they showed there. So we were looking for something of that sort of level. We didn't get it, we got this and something else instead. Now, one of the creators of Valhalla said yesterday that this trailer was going to be a teaser trailer, but that was yesterday, and not many people picked up on that. It was Ubisoft and Microsoft who basically called it a gameplay trailer. As soon as the cinematic trailer was out, they said that next week there's going to be a gameplay trailer. So it's their fault, really. Obviously it's Ubisoft's fault overall, regardless. But it's very annoying that we got this. I mean, this has killed my hype for the game. It really has. I'm still going to probably get the game. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan overall. I'm very good at that type of game. I've mastered it pretty well. Odyssey, I'm very badass on that game. Still playing it now. Still played it. I played it today, but that trailer, it showed me nothing, and it did not everything felt like gameplay. What did you think, Roberto? Are you there, mate? Or are you playing musical statues? There we go.
What?
What do you think of that trailer?
It was garbage. I mean, I couldn't tell what was going on. It didn't really give me any inkling of the gameplay. I really just didn't care really for any of it that's on there. Truth be told, it didn't show me anything. It showed me more cinematics, and yeah, was it in game? Okay, then prove to me it was in game and show me mechanics. Show me, stealthy assassinations. Show me clever assassinations. Show me some of these mechanics that they're trying to sell this game on. Don't give me like partial cinematic moments or the Orkiana or Orkiana of Time where you like playing the flute and it goes from day to night. I don't know. This was garbage. I mean, yeah. It's like I could even throw something together better than this, and I'm sorry, I'm pretty terrible. So as you can tell from the volume from the trailer being played,
I didn't like how everything was just all choppy. Like you couldn't even focus on anything. It was all skipping everywhere, and some of it didn't feel like gameplay. I don't know what it was. This was supposed to be a gameplay trailer, but when you say something like gameplay trailer, you don't get that. What the fuck is that? I mean, it's crazy. It's like that should be the teaser trailer to the cinematic trailer we had last week.
Well, I mean, because the whole game or the whole last trailer was completely cinematic, this trailer really should have been all gameplay. It just should have been all gameplay. I feel like they tried to mix too much cinematics in there, and I get it. It's probably in-game engine. I get it. But at the same time, you barely showed, you made everything look too pretty. You need to show me what the game is going to look like when someone has a controller in their hand and they're playing it. They need to show stealth assassinations, brutal deaths and stuff like that. Just in-game mechanics. It's irritating when they do stuff like this.
I agree. I did notice. What I do know about the game is that you're going to be in two countries, England and Norway. So I am actually looking really forward to discovering a bit of Norway, because Norway is not a country you would probably associate with Assassin's Creed. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that, that particular period. I am looking forward to doing things like axe throwing, which I kind of got to see a tiny little bit of. I'm not sure.
Well, they're really pushing into that heavy. I mean, they were showing that off in the trailer and in the gameplay. I mean, there was that in the gameplay trailer too. So
yeah, the combat is going to be. I'm really hoping they've got the best of both worlds from Origins and Odyssey, because Origins combat felt. Some people actually liked it, but I'm not so sure how I felt about it. Whilst because Origins had the shield, Odyssey there's no shield. You can be dual wielding because you've got Leonardus's spear. So unless you're holding a giant, blunt, big, heavy axe or a big mallet, Yeah, if you have a sword in one hand, you're always going to have Leonardus' spear in the other hand, and that's how that plays out. But this feels like it's got the best of both. It's going to be, it'll let you use a shield and a sword, or and mix it up and stuff like that. But we already knew about that last week. I wanted to see a bit of that. I wanted to see what it'd be like with one of those things on a chain with a big ball at the bottom of it and a sword or a double shields. I want to see it. I've heard about it. I want to see it in action. Didn't get any of that. I want to see some traditional assassination. Didn't get any of that. A Viking raid. Didn't get any of that. We did see the horn. I don't know what that plays. Does that get you back up? Does it buff up your backup? Who knows? You know what I mean?
I think
No idea.
Isn't it the eagle sound or the bird sound that in the other Assassin's Creed games when you call your other assassins in, to assist you? Maybe that's what he does. Maybe he does the little blow the horn, and then his fellow assassins will come in and help you. I don't know. I mean,
he looked more like he was leaving his longboat, and he pulled out the horn and like, we're gonna go raid this fucking village and stuff like that. That's what it felt like. I mean, you could, but I'm wondering in game, if you blow your fucking horn, does it have any significance to your gameplay? Does it rally your troops? Does it give them more buff? If there's no troops, does it give you troops? Things like that. But we never got to really discover that. It's all going to be speculation once again.
I mean, I would have rather them wait. Like, they needed to just give us something with substance, and that's it. Like, I hate it when movies do this. The teaser for the trailer. It's like, just wait one extra day and give us the freaking trailer. Just say you're going to release a trailer on this day and then release the trailer. This feels like, it's like a teaser. Wait until you have a full gameplay trailer and give us a full gameplay trailer.
No, they should have done this in reverse, Roberto. If they gave us what we had now last week and they gave us what we got last week this week, I think people would be okay with that.
No, I think they did good with the trailer last week, because it was the announcement of the name, it was the announcement of the time period, it was the announcement of kind of like some of the settings and stuff like that, and what you're going to be looking at. Sorry. But I feel like they really should have followed this up with a good gameplay trailer, and if they didn't have it, then they shouldn't have released it. I mean, I feel like right now they just kind of threw this our way, and they're just like, here, happy? And it's like, no, we're not. We're really not.
That's been Ubisoft's problem for years. They just churn shit out. They just buy up all these studios, and they get everybody on it, and they just churn shit out, and it's all over the place. I mean, they've made this game in 2.5 years. It's incredible. It really is.
I don't mind that so much, because and as I've said in the past, I mean, I was okay with the way they did the trilogies, where they all were in within the trilogies they had similar mechanics.
I'm just, my concern though, Roberto, is just that it's the glitches, the bugs. Those things can't be ironed out when you make a game of that level, of that depth, that quickly. Now they're using better tech. I mean, when it comes to the PS5 and the new Xbox, I'm sure those games will play better, run better, because they've got more power to deal with. But on the current gen, I can still imagine there being glitches. Hello, Ginger. How you doing? Yeah, it was very disappointing. I mean, if I wasn't up so late right now, and it wasn't so late, I'll be screaming and ranting and raving, because this is not what I wanted. I wanted something more. Everybody wanted something more. I was watching other YouTubers, trying to get some information for today's stream. When I thought, fuck it, I ain't gonna write any shit down. But a lot of them were actually having a go. Not really having a go, but just trying to tell us, look, Ubisoft never really said it was going to be a gameplay trailer. They said it was going to be a gameplay teaser trailer, but that was yesterday, you fucking cunt. Most people didn't know that. And these fucking smart-ass YouTubers are having a go at us for, expecting more than we got. Considering they gave us a big-ass trailer last week, and now they give us a crumb this fucking week. Yeah, we expected a lot fucking more. The problem with those games will look pretty, but it'll still be boring. Yeah. As much as they might change up things a little bit here and there.
Kind of like our podcast. They look pretty, but they're boring.
I do think, yeah, I do think eventually it's gonna follow a similar path. But apparently, what I heard about this game is going to be a lot shorter, and like the map is a lot smaller than Odyssey, which is a good thing because Odyssey is so fucking overwhelming. I've got tons of missions left, but it's pretty much it's tons of missions of doing the same fucking shit. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, I got loads of it. I got loads of them. I mean, my gear has upgraded a little bit here and there, but the game is just like it's falling a little bit flat for me. I do go back to it now and again because of the DLC and stuff like that. Playing in Atlantis kind of intrigued me a little bit, but even then, once I got to Atlantis and I'd seen about a little bit, it was done. Everything's still the fucking same. But they never gave us any gameplay footage in this current game. I think maybe that's a bit of a bad sign, actually, as well, for them giving us the gameplay footage we got. It's not a good sign, is it? Cinematics can look amazing, but it's a fucking cinematic. It's not actual gameplay footage. You can make it look as amazing as anything. You could do all types of shit. Do you remember in Assassin's Creed Black Flag? There was one thing of real significance in that game, in that cinematic trailer. Edward Kenway grabbed a hooker and was walking with them. Yeah. Now, I might be wrong and I might never have discovered this, but I've never been able to do that in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Were you able to
remember? I really don't remember.
Yeah, well, you couldn't do that. It was so significant in the trailer. Everyone thought, but it was a way of blending in, like grabbing a hooker and acting like you're part of the crowd and shit.
I mean, normally when I grab a hooker, I just get hit. So,
yeah, but that was part of the trailer. I significantly remember that, and you can't do that in that game. And I'm just a bit concerned that there might be some, like what you see in the cinematic, you might not necessarily be able to do in the fucking game. When I saw axe throwing, I was praying to fucking God we can do axe throwing. But even then, I was slightly disappointed because it's a perk you have to unlock in the game. You can't do it straight away.
Ginger says, no, we couldn't grab a hooker.
Yeah, you couldn't.
That's because we're nerds, Ginger. That's because we're nerds. That's why we can't grab hookers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like they give and so I'm gonna probably get the game because I'm a fucking sucker like that.
The last Assassin's Creed game that I actually enjoyed was Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I mean,
do you like that one?
Syndicate may have had some issues, but nowhere near. It was nowhere near as boring as Origins was. And as I said, I haven't even played Odyssey. I mean, this game, the trailer for this game makes me want to play it, but at the same time, I have to get through Odyssey and Origins to get there, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I might just blow through those games just to get to this one, and then I'll probably be disappointed. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure. I've been watching some of the some like really good YouTube videos of Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and stuff like that. People reminiscing about the previous games, and these games have gone off track now. I mean, I do like the modern day storyline, but I don't know where the fuck they're going to be going with it. They realized they needed the modern day protagonist after they killed off Desmond, so they brought in Lila Hassan. I still have no idea what the fuck she's got to do with the overall picture of things, but apparently, this Assassin's Creed Valhalla won't bookend stuff, but it will definitely answer a lot of questions and stuff like that regarding the modern day storyline. Does the modern day stuff interest you at all, Roberto?
I really feel like that's something that a lot of the games have been lacking, and I know that there is modern day stuff going on in Origins and Odyssey. I barely got to that point in Origins. Like I know there was 1 or 2 times I got out of the Animus in Origins before I stopped playing. But it didn't hold my attention.
Fair enough. Regarding Syndicate, my problem with Syndicate was I was good at it, but I didn't enjoy it. Was the fighting mechanics. If
I did too. I love the brawling system too. Honestly,
you liked it,
I like taking Eevee in and just laying waste to thugs.
yeah, I mean, I did that a lot, but I didn't think it was as good as other Assassin's Creed games. I love the countering systems of Black Flag and Assassin's Creed 3. I love that. I thought those were great. Those are some of my favorite fighting mechanics. Even Unity wasn't that bad.
Once Unity got its glitches taken care of, Unity wasn't a terrible game either.
No, but the fighting mechanics was very good. With the parrying and stuff like that, and the countering as well. It wasn't too bad, but I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy the Syndicate one, even though I was good at it. I didn't enjoy it as much as the ones, and actually Odyssey and Origins, I haven't enjoyed the combat that much either. That's why in Odyssey I've got an assassin build, because I prefer assassinating people, but I'm playing fucking Assassin's Creed. But they're getting more and more into the combat, the actual fighting and big gangs and shit like that. They've been doing that for a while. I mean, since Syndicate and maybe Unity, where they made it more about a group and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the way they're going now. It's no longer about being a fucking assassin anymore and just silently killing people. It's just like going in there, getting your fucking your axes out and start fucking causing chaos. I mean, that could be good for some people, but I prefer doing the assassin killing people. It's much more fun.
Yeah, see, I have to disagree with Ginger, unfortunately. He says that the best fighting mechanics was the second in Brotherhood. I agree with you. I think the peak of the fighting mechanics was 3 and Black Flag. I think if there was anything, naval combat and the Black Flag had going for it was the combat system and the naval combat. I mean, it just was so much fun, and you got to do so much. And I mean, Connor was brutal, and Edward had his brutal moments too. But
Connor was brutal, mate. I think that was the thing I did. I really enjoyed the most of Assassin's Creed 3 was the fighting mechanics. I love using human shields. I miss that. I miss that so much. I want human shields back. If someone's going to throw an axe at me, I want to use them as a human shield in Valhalla. That's what I want. Regarding Japan, I think Ghost of Tsushima might be the Assassin's Creed game that Ubisoft never made. That could be the game to go for. I think there's another Japanese game which is very Assassin's Creed-like as well, but I forgot the name of it. But I think the anticipation for Japan is so high and people want it a particular way. I think Ubisoft are scared to do it because they probably won't deliver what people want.
I mean, whose fault is that though? That's really the people's fault. I mean,
I don't blame Ubisoft on that one.
But I would love to do feudal Japan. I think that that is a great place to go with Assassin's Creed. You can really focus on the stealth mechanics at that point. And I mean, obviously the combat and stuff like that, but you can really focus on the stealth mechanics for the feudal Japan one. Because if you're a ninja, I mean, because you can either be a ninja or a samurai.
Oh yeah, I would like to be able to choose. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, but even then, it's just speculation at the moment, Rob. I just can't see Ubisoft giving us what we want. I'll tell you what I want. I really want a Western Assassin's Creed. I know they've fucking done, goddamn, Red Dead Redemption. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm done with that game. I really am. I'm so done with that game. I'll never play it again. I want to still go back to the Wild Wild West, but if Assassin's Creed could do it, that would be great.
You know,
And yeah, sorry, go on.
no, go ahead.
And the last thing is also I would love a Cold War Assassin's Creed.
In
You
Russia,
know,
yes.
Russia or like Americans versus the Russians. You could be a Russian, you could be a Yank. You're there to stop the Cuban Missile Crisis. That would be awesome, man. That would be fucking
You can
amazing.
meet Magneto and Professor Xavier on the beach of Cuba.
Oh,
I mean,
get lost, right?
what I
Yeah.
was gonna say is oh shit, now I lost it. Oh, one of the games that I think was a good test that Ubisoft did that could have been like a modern day Assassin's Creed, and I loved it. I know a lot of people weren't fond of it, but I think they were more not fond of it because of the character. Is Watch Dogs. I think Watch Dogs is a good example of a modern day Assassin's Creed that they can do. Maybe if they focused a little bit less on the technology, they still had that aspect in there, like a lot of the hacking and stuff like that. But you also, because I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the guy was basically running around assassinating people. He really was. Like, I mean, he was on a mission to kill all the people that were involved in his, what was it? His, not sister's death, his somebody, I don't remember. And Ginger, I agree. That's why I'm saying Watch Dogs was like a modern day version of I would always have, and I can't remember the protagonist's name now.
Adrian Pierce.
Yeah, Adrian Pierce. I always had him dressed in white, in the white jacket, because I always felt like he was an assassin. So I always had him running around in like an assassin, modern day assassin day garb.
Yeah,
But I really thought that game was a good proto assassin, modern day Assassin's Creed game, and I think they should go for it. I really feel like that they should, tone down the tech a little bit, but still have it, and then still have some of those gameplay mechanics in there. And, obviously then have the hidden blade and all those other things that make it very synonymous with Assassin's Creed.
If they ever wanted to do a modern day Assassin's Creed, the Watchdog route would be absolutely perfect. They could do a merger.
Yeah.
They could do
and they did. There was one mission in the first Watch Dogs that crossed over with Black Flag, I believe. There was a character that was one of the people that you kill or whatever, and it's actually one of the characters from Abstergo at over from France, but he comes to Detroit. There's like an email, and it's a very light crossover, but it's a blatant crossover.
I mean, I still like the idea of is it what's the name of the overall group? Is it the Watch Dogs group? What are they called? They're not DedSec. That's the enemy.
No, yeah, I don't remember. Truth be, it's been so long.
But maybe like I don't want them to initially be assassins, but I would like the idea of the assassins finding them and bringing them in to the fold and take what they already do to another level, and then they become assassins as well, and they've got some tech with it as well. And I remember was it Miles, the British assassin? I mean, he never even used the hidden blade. He used some sort of knockout device on his hand. They showed that, which was pretty cool. There's something along those particular lines, but we're just fucking dreaming right now. I have no idea.
That's my dream, because I like the first Watch Dogs game. I really did.
Ginger says like World War One, but we kind of had a piece of that in Syndicate with the descendant of one of the Fry twins helping out Winston Churchill. But before he became prime minister, they had the World War One section, and he was like a secret agent, and you're working with him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was tiny. That was around Tower Bridge. So it was it wasn't even part of the main map. Different part of London. It was pretty cool, pretty interesting. We had a World War II bit in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Brotherhood.
Yeah, and something like that. I would, I was telling Roberto the last time that I would love something in the 20th century, which is why I went for the Cold War. For me, the Cold War is really good period for Assassin's Creed. Assassin stroke spy. I mean, it's it's the same shit to a degree, you know. So
well, and I really feel like, I mean, as I said, I mean, the first Assassin's Creed game, and not that I want to go back to this, but the first Assassin's Creed game was very stealth based and very blend based. Like you had to blend in with everything. And I mean, if you got outside of that blend and you messed up, I mean, they would come after you. Like you didn't have much of a leeway. They came right after you.
Well, you see, I'm not very much in the mold of going for World War One, World War Two. I think we've been to those settings more times than we've had hot dinners, and you know what we're going to have, like the Templars being part of Hitler's regime. I don't even think they're not that level of sick. You know, I mean, they're not like Hitler level of.
Or maybe the Templars help Hitler rise to power, and then Hitler goes out of control. And then
because like something like the Templars wanted to exterminate the Jews, that's just not how the Templars operate. You know what I mean? So the idea,
but that's what I'm saying. Like the Templars help Hitler come into power, and then Hitler gets out of control, and then they kill Hitler. You know, and then they just frame it like a suicide.
Fair enough, but I personally just don't want to go to those settings because they've been done many times before. I'd like to go to different periods. You know, maybe
me too.
You know, during oh god, what's it called? What was that period of time when you couldn't have alcohol? What was it called again?
The one what?
When you couldn't have alcohol in the 1920s.
The
forgot the word.
Oppression?
No, it wasn't that.
I thought it was isn't it called the Oppression?
Maybe just after the World War, but you know that particular period.
Prohibition.
You know,
Ginger
prohibition. Yes, there it is. Prohibition. It could be that during that particular period of time. You know, you could have some Templars who are gangsters. You know, I mean, maybe you could have Al Capone, as the fucking top Templar, and you end up getting him sent to jail and shit. You know what I mean? You do it the legit way. That would be great. Imagine that, Al Capone, the fucking Templar.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, you could.
And then Sherlock Holmes can be, you know, your
a fictional character.
Sherlock Holmes is going to be the Leonardo da Vinci of the game.
Sherlock Holmes is a fictional character. What you could have is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who created Sherlock Holmes. Now that works.
Okay, fine.
But we've already been close to that period anyway.
We've called Assassin's Creed Sherlock.
But that was a different period, you know.
I know.
Anyway, you know, but there's so much stuff. You know, you could do the Vietnam War. You know, instead of World War One or World War Two, you could do the Vietnam War or the Korean War.
I think the Korean War would be more fun because we know less about the Korean War than we do the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Korean War. You know, something along those particular lines.
And it's set in the 50s, rather, or is it the 60s? I can't even remember now. Vietnam 70s, right? I'm bad. No, I don't even know the wars of my country. That's how bad I am.
Oh, the Korean War was like late 50s.
Early 60s, right?
Late 50s, early 60s, I think. Yeah.
And then Korean was like late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. 55, Ginger says, Korea.
But I mean, I just feel like it would be a really nice. It would be like, because everybody knows the Vietnam War, but it's like the Korean War we never really hear much about, and I think there's a lot more opportunity to play with that, because then you can have North Korea, South Korea, you know, and you can visit all of them. And was it 1950 that early?
Wow,
I thought it was later than that.
That's pretty. You guys didn't even have a chance to recover after World War II, and you're straight into that. You know, I mean, it's crazy. But nevertheless,
1950.
There are periods, but yeah, I really want you know, the one after Valhalla. It's all good that we're going back to these ancient times, but I really would love the 20th century. That would be great. And the fourth Watchdog game to be an Assassin's Creed combo.
Assassin's Creed Watch Dogs. Dude, I'd mark out for that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Assassin's Dog or Watch Creed, something along
No, just do Assassin's Creed Watch Dogs. I think that would work.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed first because they came first.
Yeah, absolutely. And plus, they're more popular than Watch Dogs.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, 1950 to 1953 was a short war. It felt longer than that.
I thought it was later in the 50s. I thought it was almost 60s, but man, I'm a bad historian.
Well, I mean, I just knew it was kind of round about the 50s, but I wasn't 100% sure. It's a war I don't really know much about. Assassin's Creed Legion, it'll be cool. That's a good one. Yeah, if people can correlate.
Isn't Watch Dogs? Isn't that the new Watch Dogs game?
Yeah.
Watch Dogs Legion.
Or Assassin's Legion.
No, Assassin's Creed Watch Dogs. It's easy. People know Assassin's Creed. Some people know Watch Dogs. It's just easy. Come on, guys. Don't make it complicated. People are stupid. Americans are stupider.
I don't give a fuck about the name as much as them just not as much as them doing it. Hopefully, they can call it whatever the fuck as long as they do it. Then I'll be very happy because that's really what I want. But yeah, this is one of the games I'm going to probably be getting. It's coming out this year. I don't know if we're going to be getting any more footage soon. Nothing's really been announced. Do you know anything, Roberto?
About
any further footage?
No. I just watched the trailer a couple times when I got home from work. I mean, and now I want to go back to work. That's how sad it was.
Yeah, it was really very little to pick up. I had to watch other people pull stuff out for me because it was really hard to understand what the fuck was going on and what anything meant. I mean, we got a Raven. I guess that's going to be back. Reusing that idea for the third time in a row. Like I said, the fighting mechanics, I hope that's going to be fun. That could be really good fun. I'm not going to put too much of a pedestal on that, but like I said, that could be fun. And I hope I can still do the assassination stuff. So far, every Assassin's Creed game has offered me that. Maybe a little bit less to Origins. I think Origins hasn't, but even Odyssey has. And I don't even have a fucking hidden blade. But I still feel like an assassin very much the most of the time I play it. Anyway, I've got not much more to say. What about yourself, Roberto? I think I'm done.
No, that's it. I think we gave it more time than it was probably worth, in my opinion. But we also had good discussions about what we want from the franchise. So
yeah. Ginger says in a couple of weeks, good, because hopefully it'll be a lot better than what we got now. Okay, so I think we're done here. So Ginger, thanks very much for sticking with us in the chat. Roberto, you got anything further to say?
Tip your prostitutes well.
There you go. I'll second that. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.